everybody. Hopefully, if you're on the East Coast today, you're staying safe in the storm we have coming through, trying to stay warm. We have about 5 minutes before we start, so grab a comfortable seated position. We are going to need a strap today, so if you have any kind of belt, longer piece of rope, something like that that you'll be able to use. You might not need it for some of the asanas, but I like to have it for those that it's a great tool to help assist in the practice. So just grab a nice comfortable seated position. Straight spine, crown of your head up towards the sky, and focus on pulling the shoulders back, opening the chest, leaving lots of room for the lungs. And having those shoulder blades so that you could hold a pencil between them. You want to pull them back, really open that chest. Take some nice deep breaths. If you're just joining us, we are going to need a strap for today's class, so if you have one handy, that'd be great. Any kind of longer belt will work. Up nice and tall. And the other day at practice, because I'm using my phone, Janine's away, there was a little bit of a buzz in the audio. So if you hear that today, please let me know. I think I have it fixed, but if not, let me know as soon as you can. That way, hopefully, I'll be able to get it sorted out before practice. And we have about 3 or 4 minutes before we start, so grab a nice, comfortable seated position. Nice straight spine. Looks like most of us are in for some interesting weather today. A great day to be inside practicing yoga and not having to leave the house. And that's one of the benefits, I think, to having the online studio in the winter months. You can stay at home and practice whenever you want, which is a great asset. So we just have a few minutes before we start. If you just joined us, you want to make sure you have a strap handy. You might need that for practice at some point today. And it's a great time to also light some candles if you have any certain scents or aromas that you really enjoy. Another benefit to practicing at home, you can really make the practice your own and kind of get comfortable in your own environment. You start to focus on slowing your breath before we start. Take those nice deep inhales, exhale completely. Trying to match the inhale and exhale in duration. Nice deep breaths, clearing your mind, forgetting about anything else we have to do today, and just focusing on being present. get ready to start. So a nice straight spine, shoulder blades are back. Take some deep inhales. If you're just joining us, make sure you have the strap handy for practice. Nice straight spine, crown of the head up towards the sky. And if you are hearing that buzzing noise from the other day, please make sure you let me know. I'll see if I can fix it so we don't have to go through the entire practice with it. When you're ready, you can bring your hands to heart center, thumbs on sternum, and a light bow to your head. Just take a moment to give yourself some gratitude for setting this time apart for yourself. Appreciate having the ability to do it, and also the dedication to your practice and your well-being. And when you're ready, you can rub your hands together and build up some friction in the palms. And when the palms get nice and warm, just transfer that heat to your heart center. Let the heat leave your hands and enter your chest. And when you're ready, you can blink your eyes open, and we're going to come to a standing position. I just want to check to see if there's any comments about the buzzing. No, we're good. Okay. So up nice and tall, have the feet a little wider than your hips. Comfortable, weight is evenly distributed. Up nice and tall. Shoulders are back. And when you're ready with an exhale, just lower your chin to chest. Let it hang there for a moment. We're not forcing the head towards the ground, just relaxing the shoulders and letting the neck just come forward. With your next inhale, bring your gaze up towards the sky, making sure not to pinch your neck in the back. Exhale, chin to chest. And one more time. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. And now this time we're going to inhale and bring that left ear towards left shoulder. Exhale, bring the chin back to chest, and inhale, right ear towards right shoulder. Exhale, bring the chin to chest. Now when we go left this time, we're going to go all the way around 2 times, and then all the way around 2 times the other way. When we're done all those rotations, we can come back with our chin to chest. And just take a few deep breaths there, relaxing. With an inhale, bring your gaze up so the crown of your head is up towards the ceiling. I'm going to bring a little movement to the shoulders here. So with an inhale, bring both arms way up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down. And just do these at your own pace, matching your breath to your movement. Make the movement intentional, so the arms are almost as if you're lifting a 1-pound weight. There's a little strength to them and rigidity. Fingers are engaged. Next time your arms are overhead, you can leave them there. Really reaching up towards the sky, extending that spine, feeling the shoulders reach up. We're going to interlock our fingers and turn our palms up towards the ceiling. And with an exhale, just lean right. Let those hips slide out to the left and elongate elongate that left side, putting your body in the crescent moon shape. Inhale, come back up to center. And exhale, lean left. Inhale, back up to center. Go through one more time. When we come back up to center, we'll stay there. Really extend those arms up and reach. And with an exhale, we're going to bring our arms down by our sides. Now we're going to open the arms out to the side. So with an inhale, open your arms out to the side. Exhale, give yourself a big hug. So you really want to wrap those arms around and open up those shoulders. Inhale, open. And just remember which arm is on top and which arm is on bottom when you hug yourself, and change that each time. It's a great part of practice to make it your own, your breath, your movement. And next time the arms are open and out to the sides, you can leave them there. We're going to goal post our arms, palms are facing forward. And with an exhale, touch your elbow, forearm, and hand. Inhale, open. Just do these at your own pace as you touch everything out in front of you. Feel those shoulders open in the back. And as you go back to goal pose, you'll feel the shoulder blades come back together. And next time your arms are goal posted, you can leave them there. And now we're going to, with an exhale, just rotate those shoulders so the hands and forearms are parallel to the ground. Inhale, bring them back up. Nice deep breaths and gentle movement. Next time your hands are parallel to the ground, you can leave them there. And when you inhale, extend the arms straight out in front of you. We're going to make real tight fists and release. Really engage those fingers. Squeeze and use the forearms, wake the hands up. And next time you have a fist made, you can leave it there. And without moving the arms, we're just going to make some circles with the wrist. Change directions. You can come to stillness and open the hands. And now we're going to bend the elbows so the hands are chest height and just gently twist from side to side. There's no pain or discomfort. It's just about waking that spine up, letting the hips twist a little. You can come to stillness and release your arms down by your sides. Now we're going to make some shoulder rolls. So with an inhale, bring your shoulders up your back, and exhale, bring them down the front. So just making big circles with your shoulders. And change directions. You can come to stillness. Just wiggle the shoulders out a little. We did a lot there to engage different muscle groups in the shoulders. We're going to place our hands on our hips and ring those imaginary bells with our hips. So just make big circles. You can change directions. you're going to move your feet in just a little bit. We want them hip width apart for this. Bend your knees and place your hands just above the knees and just make some circles with the legs, waking the knees and ankles up. And change directions. And come to stillness. And stand up nice and tall, and we're going to lift that right leg. And without moving the leg, we're just going to make circles with the ankle. And change directions. And we'll switch legs. And change directions. You can place that foot down. And just take a quick Tadasana, check in with your body. Make sure you're pulling the shoulders back and opening the chest. Take some nice deep breaths. You can blink your eyes open. And we're going to get right to work on our shoulders today. So we're going to start with eagle arms. We're not going to work on the lower body today, just the shoulders for this asana. We'll do that later. But for this asana, just the arms. So how we start is we're going to bring both of our hands out in front of us with the palms facing each other. Right at chest height, so they're just even with the shoulders. And then we're going to cross our left arm over our right, and then try to bring your palms together. If your palms don't come together, and I can move a little closer for you, if they don't come together, you can always just put the one on the back side. Wherever you are is fine, and even if you're here, it's okay. It's all about trying to get there, and you'll feel those shoulders open up. And this is a difficult asana, so if you struggle with it, it's okay. And once you're in this position, you can inhale and maybe raise those elbows up. Nice deep breath here. Exhale, lower those elbows down. And then we're going to bring the arms back out in front of us. And now we'll do the other side. So we're going to cross that right over the left. Try to get the palms together. And if you can't get them together, this is fine too. Or if you're out here, wherever you are, just listen to your body. And it might be very different from one side to the other, which is okay. Inhale, we're going to lift those elbows up. Exhale, lower the elbows. Put the arms back out in front. And then just release your arms and wiggle your shoulders out a little. And now we're going to want the strap for this one. You might not need it. I do, so I always like to have it handy. Now we're going to take the shoulders the other way. That way we're just opening them forward. Now we're going to bring them backwards. So how we do this is wrap your hand around the strap, your left hand, and then place it over your head. So that left hand is going down your back. Then we're going to reach this right hand back and try to grab the strap. If you can grab your left hand with your right, you don't need the strap. I have very tight shoulders, so I can't do that. The important thing here, too, is make sure you're not arching your back or slouching forward. You want the spine as straight as you can have it, and try to connect your two hands. You see mine are far apart. It's okay. You might really feel this in that right shoulder as we're pulling that shoulder back and opening it, countering the eagle arms. And when you're ready, you can release that right arm. Bring the left arm out front. We'll do the other side. So you want to wrap your strap around that right arm, or right hand, I'm sorry. Drop it back over your head and down. And then try to grab that strap with the left arm, keeping the spine straight. Opening that shoulder. Nice deep breath. There's no movement here. If you're comfortable where your hand is on that strap, maybe you can walk it up a little further or bring that right hand a little further down your back. Nice deep breath. And when you're ready, you can release that left hand, bring the right hand back, and we'll put the strap aside. I don't think we'll need that again today. So just feel your shoulders, maybe give them a couple rolls. We did a lot of shoulder stuff here in the beginning of practice. And now we're going to work on a few forward folds. So up nice and tall. With an inhale, bring your arms way up overhead. And with an exhale, we're going to swan dive forward with a flat back. You can bend your knees if you'd like. It's about elongating that spine. Having your crown of the head come down towards the ground. Interlock your hands to elbows and bring some gentle movement to the spine. You can come to stillness and exhale, release those arms down to the mat. And we're going to do a halfway lift here. So with an inhale, we straighten the legs, put the hands on the thighs, come up to a nice flat back. Make sure you're pulling those shoulder blades back. Engage your abdomen. Don't let your belly be passive. The hips are going back, neck and head forward. And with an exhale, forward fold. Make sure you put a micro bend in your knees. And with an inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up overhead with a flat back. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale your arms up. And exhale, release your arms down by the side. We're going to go back to our hands and knees, and we're going to get there through down dog. So we'll spend a little bit of time in down dog first. So we'll use that same sequence to get there. So inhale, both arms way up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. With an inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Make sure you're engaging the abdomen. Shoulder blades are back. And you have a nice flat tabletop. And when you're ready with your next exhale, we're going to bend the knees, plant the hands, and step back to down dog. And since this is your first down dog of the day, you can pedal your feet. Remember, we want the hips high. We're pushing our chest towards our thighs and knees, trying to get both heels in contact with the ground. With an inhale, you can come up real high on your tiptoes. Exhale, sink those heels down to the mat. Inhale, real high on the tiptoes. Exhale, sink those heels down to mat. Now when you're ready with an exhale, come down to your hands and knees. And what's really important here is that your wrists, elbows, and shoulders are in line. Top of the feet are on the mat, and knees and hips are in line, and that spine is nice and flat. And we're going to do some cat-cows here. So with an inhale, we drop the belly, hips, and head up. Exhale, cat. Arch the back, roll the hips forward, and chin the chest. And just do these at your own pace, matching your breath to your movement. And after your next cat, you can come to a nice neutral spine. Now with an inhale, we're going to send our right leg straight back and even with your spine. You can stay here if you want to add on, extend that left arm. Nice deep breath here. With an exhale, you can bring that hand and knee down, and we'll go right to the other side. So inhale, send that left leg straight back. Make sure that foot's flexed so the toes are going down towards the ground. And then you can add on and use that right arm from the ceiling. Nice deep breath. And exhale, bring that hand down, and bring that knee down. Now we're going to thread the needle. So with an inhale, we're going to send that left arm up to sky. And exhale, thread it through the right and bring that left shoulder and left ear down to the mat. You have lots of options with this right arm. You can put it on your lower back. You can extend it straight out overhead or leave it right next to your face. With an inhale, we're going to come back through. And inhale, send that left arm up to the sky. And exhale, bring it down to the mat. And now we'll do the other side. So inhale that right arm up. Exhale, thread it through. And bring that right shoulder down to the mat. Once again, you have the options with this left arm. And when you're ready with an inhale, bring that right arm through and place it back down on the mat. And we're going to come up high on our knees now, nice and tall. Send that right foot out to the side. And what's really important with your alignment here is if you're sideways on your mat, make sure this left knee's right up near the front of your mat and the right foot is at the front of your mat. So you're flat against an imaginary wall. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over that right leg. Nice deep breath. No pressure on the right leg. The hands just resting there. With an inhale, bring both arms up overhead. Exhale, bring that left hand down the mat and right arm up overhead. Nice deep breaths here. You can stay here, or if you want to engage the core, lift that left arm and breathe. Once again, you're flat against an imaginary wall, so the arms aren't coming forward. They're right in line with your spine. Inhale, come back up to center. And now with an exhale, we're going to come forward, placing our hands directly in front of our face. Nice flat back, and with an inhale, we're going to raise that right arm up to the sky for a twist. Exhale, bring that hand down. And you can push off a little here if you need to, but try to use your core to bring you up. So with an inhale, all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, and we're going to switch sides. So once again, make sure that knee and foot are in line. The entire sole of the left foot is on the mat. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over that left leg. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, bring that right hand down, left arm overhead. You can stay here or engage that right arm in your core and breathe. Inhale, back up to center. With an exhale, bring the hands down, nice flat back. Inhale that left arm up to sky. Exhale, bring that left hand down and trying to use your core. Inhale, all the way up to center. Exhale the hands to heart center. And we're going to come back to our hands and knees. While keeping your hips nice and high, we're going to go to puppy pose. So don't move the hips. We just want to lower our forehead down to the mat. And then extend your arms. You might feel that between the shoulder blades, opening the shoulders up. If you're comfortable there, maybe you can put your chin down. And by putting your chin down, as long as you're not moving your hips forward, you're good. With an inhale, push yourself back up to hands and knees. And now we're going to do a little core work. So we're going to go from hands and knees to forearm plank to Sphinx. So how we start this is we're going to put our forearms down on the mat, keep the hips nice and high. Palms are flat on the mat, and I like to spread my fingers to get more traction or better distribution of weight. When you're ready, step the feet back, and make sure those hips are nice and low. We want a flat line from the back of our heels all the way to the back of our head. We don't want the hips up. Make sure you keep breathing. When you're ready with your next exhale, we go to Sphinx. So lower the hips, top of the feet on the mat, and bring that chest up, opening the chest, pulling the shoulders back. Relax your glutes here. It'll help protect your lower back. Nice deep breaths. When you're ready with an inhale, we're going to go back to forearm plank. Engage that core. Hips are low. Continue to breathe. And with an exhale, lower those hips down. Top of the feet on the mat and back to Sphinx pose. And now from here, we're going to go back to child's pose. So we're going to roll our toes. Inhale, push the hips back. Knees are mat width apart. Sink those heels down to your hips down to your heels. And just relax here. With an an inhale, push yourself back up to hands and knees. Nice flat back. And we're going to go back to down dog from here. So roll your toes. Inhale all the way back to down dog. Look between the hands and walk or step to a forward fold. Micro bend the knees and big inhale up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, release the arms. And just take a quick Tadasana. Check in with your body. Blink your eyes open. I'm going to do a Warrior 2 sequence today. And when we're in Warrior 2, try to focus on, since we're working on shoulders a lot today, when we're in that position and our torso will be this way, try to focus on pulling those shoulders back so that your shoulder blades are holding a pencil between them and you're opening your chest. So we'll start at the front of our mat, hands at heart center. And we're going to open up into that Warrior 2 foot position. So remember, heel arch alignment. The heel of the left foot, if I drew a line to my right arch in the back, it'd meet right in the middle. This left knee is bent and there's a 90-degree angle here. Weights evenly distributed and then engage the arms. Pull those shoulders back. Arms are strong, so engage. And you should be flat against an imaginary wall. If you look down at my left knee, the front knee, it's not coming in, we're opening it up. Nice deep breaths, strong fingers. Pull those shoulder blades back. If you're not feeling anything in that back leg, you can always slide that foot a little further back. It will increase what's going on in the lower body. And now we're going to go to reverse warrior. So with an inhale, we flip that left palm. Right arm goes down right leg. Looking up at that left hand. Make sure you still have the bend in the left knee. Now with each breath, you're going to make a movement. So with an exhale, come back to Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. And next time you're in Warrior 2, you can stay there. Now we're going to do humble warrior. So you bring both arms behind your back. Pull those shoulders back. Inhale up nice and tall. And with an exhale, fold inside that left leg. If you can lift your arms up off your back, you can do that punching them up towards the wall behind you or the ceiling. With an inhale, come back to Warrior 2. Place your hands on your hips and turn your left toes so they're facing the same way as your right toes. Up nice and tall. We're going to exhale to a halfway lift. So exhale, nice flat back. Think about engaging the core. Shoulder blades are back. With your next exhale, come all the way down to a forward fold. And we're going to add a twist here. So So place your left hand directly in front of your face on the floor. Inhale that right arm up. Exhale that right hand down. Replace it where the left was. And inhale, left arm up. Exhale that left hand down. Place your hands back on your hips. And with an inhale, come to a flat back. Nice deep breaths here. Pulling those shoulder blades back. Put a micro bend in the knees and inhale up to standing. And then step to the front of your mat. Hands at heart center. And we're going to do the other side. Go up nice and tall. And when you're ready, open up into that warrior two position. Heel arch alignment. Bend in the right knee. Right knee is open. And engage your arms. Nice strong arms here. Focus on pulling those shoulder blades back. We're going to go to reverse warrior here. So with an inhale, flip that right palm. Bring that right hand up overhead. Left leg comes down, or left arm comes down left leg. And make sure you still have that bend in the right knee. Now one breath, one movement. So exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. And next time you're in warrior two, you can stay there. We're going to go to a humble warrior. So bring the hands behind the back. Hold the shoulders back. Up nice and tall with an inhale. Exhale, fold inside that right leg for humble warrior. And if you can lift your arms up off your back, to open those shoulders up, now's the time to do it. With an inhale, we're going to come back to warrior two. Place the hands on the hips. Up nice and tall. And with an exhale, forward fold all the way down. Relaxing the upper body and letting the crown of the head come towards the ground. And if you're comfortable where you are, you can stay there. But if you'd like, maybe you can take the opportunity to move the legs out further. You'll feel that change. The sensation to the inner thigh maybe. Slowly walk those feet back in. So we'll still be in that wide-legged forward fold. Put a micro bend in the knees. And inhale, come all the way up to standing. And step to the front of your mat and take it to Tadasana. Up nice and tall, shoulders back. And just breathe. You can blink your eyes open. And for balance today, we're going to do a tree pose variation. So we've already done the arms, so we know how that goes. For our legs, just to start today, we're just going to put one foot on top of the other, almost like tree pose. except with tree, we're out to the side. Here, we're just going to put that foot there. If you want to do the full balance pose, you're going to bring that foot around your leg and behind. I can't do it. My legs just don't bend that way. So you're going to bring that left foot around the right leg and try to have it come around behind. But what we're going to work on, because I know this is a pretty hard asana, is just doing a little balance while the arms are engaged in eagle. So we're going to extend the arms out, palms together. So we're going to engage the arms first and then work on balance. So when you're ready, cross that left over the right, and then have your palms come together. And once you're comfortable there, then slowly transfer your weight to your right leg, put a micro bend in that right knee, and then just put the left foot on the right foot. Find a focus point. As you step out of it, that's fine. And you can come out of the balance, unwrap the arms, just shake them out a little bit, and we'll do the other side. So we're going to, arms are straight out in front, cross that right over the left, and then when you're comfortable there, just put the weight into the left foot, micro bend in the left knee, and put that right foot on top of the left. Just any kind of balance that works for you. If you want to kickstand that foot, you can do that. Nice deep breath. When you're ready, you can step out of it, undo your arms, and just shake your arms out a little. So we're going to come to a seated position, and we'll get there through squat. So up nice and tall, feet about mat width apart, toes going out just a little, hands at heart center. And when you're squatting, make sure as soon as your heels come off the ground, that's where you stop. So inhale up nice and tall. Exhale, squat down. Nice deep breath here. When you're ready, you can place your hands down on the mat and come to a comfortable seated position. Up nice and tall with the spine. We're going to do a seated twist here. So with an inhale, bring both arms up overhead. And exhale, put that left hand on right knee, right hand behind back, twisting from the ribs. And trying to make sure your spine is nice and straight up tall. And then twisting. We don't want the spine arched. Inhale, both arms up overhead. And exhale, right hand, left knee, left hand behind back, twisting from the ribs. Nice deep breath. Inhale, both arms up overhead. And exhale, forward fold. And once again, you want to keep a straight spine here, trying to bring your chest towards the ground without arching your back. With an inhale, bring both arms up overhead, and exhale, release your arms. Now we're going to just butterfly our legs. So you want to touch the soles of your feet together and pull your heels as close to your pelvic floor as you can get them. And then we're going to place our fingers, our thumbs, inside the soles of our feet and open them like a book. And then just bring some gentle movement, butterflying the knees. Once again, keeping that spine nice and straight. You can come to stillness. And we're going to come to a seated position with our legs extended. Nice and tall with the spine. We're going to engage our upper core here and get ready for boat pose. So when you're ready with an exhale, we're going to lean that torso back on a 45-degree angle. Or whenever you feel these upper abs engage, you can point your toes. You can also extend the arms straight out from the chest. But keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Now we're going to bring some movement to the arms. So with an inhale, open those arms out to the side. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And now this time we're going to add on to it. So the arms are going to go out and then up with the inhale. So we're probably feeling it now with the abs. So inhale, open and up. Exhale, down and together. And one more of those. Inhale, open and up. Exhale, down and close. And now take a break. Exhale all the way down to the mat. And just take a quick Shavasana here to relax your abs. Because you know the lower abs are coming next. Just take a few deep breaths. And here we go. We're going to start lifting our legs. So with an inhale, we're going to lift that right leg about 10 or 12 inches. Then make big circles with that leg. Continue to breathe. Point your toes. And engage those lower abs. Change directions. And you can come to stillness. Exhale that right leg down and inhale the left leg up. Big circles with that left leg. Engage the hip. Point the toes. And change direction. Keep breathing. Come to stillness. And exhale, lower that left leg down. Now we're going to lift both legs. So with an inhale, both legs up. And keep the feet attached and legs touching. And we're going to make circles with both legs. And come to stillness and change direction. And come to stillness. And with an inhale, pull your knees to chest. And just gently rock side to side, giving your legs a little break. And you can come to stillness. We're going to exhale and put those legs back in that elevated position. And just hold them there and breathe. No movement, really engage your abs. And with the next exhale, lower those legs down and take a quick Shavasana. So we've done our upper abs and our lower abs. And now we're going to tie it all together with boat pose. So when we get ready, we'll lift our legs into that elevated position and our torso into the elevated position for boat pose. Take a few deep breaths before we start. And here we go, we're going to get ready. Inhale everything up. Extend those arms and breathe. Exhale, lower down. Take a few deep breaths here. If you have a hard time getting your torso up, it's okay if you push off, or if you want to start from that seated position and then rock back into it. But the goal is to have your head and your feet at the same height. So that was so much fun. We're going to do one more. I know, you can send me bad comments later. So here we go. Inhale everything up. Hold for a few more breaths. Exhale, lower down. Take a much deserved break here. Nice deep breath. Take a quick Shavasana. Just relax your body. Take some nice deep breaths, nourishing the abs with fresh air. And when you're ready, you can bend your knees and place your feet as close to your hips as you can get them. You can have your arms down by your sides or feet out. And we're just going to do some windshield wipers. So exhale, let your legs fall off to the left. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, let them fall off to the right. Inhale, back to center. And this time when you go left, just stay there. Really let those legs fall off. Take some nice deep breaths here. Inhale your knees back to center. And exhale, fall off to the right and just stay there. The longer you stay there, the more you might feel the hips relax and let those legs go further off to the side. Inhale, come back to center. And on your next inhale, we're going to pull our knees to chest and just gently rock side to side, massaging our lower back. You can come to stillness, and to counter that, we're going to do bridge pose. So put your feet as close to your hips as you can get them, but a little wider than your hips. Arms are down by your sides, palms down. And inhale, lift those hips up to the sky. Make sure your knees are pointing in. And here's another way to engage your shoulders. Roll your shoulders back. And then you can also bring your hands together under your glutes. Make sure there's no pressure on your hips. You can bring your hands back out to the sides and exhale, lower your hips down to the mat. Inhale your knees to chest and gently rock side to side. You can come to stillness, and we're going to do a happy baby. So you want to reach between your legs and grab your feet. or your calves or ankles, and then send the soles of your feet up to the sky with a big bend in your knee, trying to keep your lower back in contact with the ground. Maybe gently rock side to side. You can come to stillness. And we're going to release our feet down to the ground as close to our hips as we can get them. And do reclined bound angels, so touch your soles of your feet together. Have your legs butterflied. Your arms can be down by your side or on your belly. And there's no movement here, just relax. Check in with your body. Relax those hips and let them open up to the sides. And just let the weight of your leg hold you in this position. And you can stay in this position if you'd like for the end of class, or if you want to take a traditional Shavasana, just use your legs to push your knees together. Extend your legs out along the mat with your toes falling off to the outside edge of your mat. Arms down by your side about 10 or 12 inches off your hips. Palms down or palms up. And just focus on your breath for Shavasana. You can relax any tension in your face. Maybe put a slight space between your lips. Relax any tension in your shoulders. And with your next exhale, let any tension in your arms and hands just melt into the mat below you. With your next inhale, let it fill your chest and belly. And with the exhale, let go of any tension in your torso. With your next inhale, focus on sending that to your hips. And with the exhale, let it take away any tension or discomfort in your hips. And let them completely relax. With your next inhale, send it towards your legs and feet. And with the exhale, let your legs completely relax into the mat below you. For the remainder of Shavasana, let your chest and belly move freely with each inhale and exhale. If thoughts come to your mind, let them float away with the exhale and come back to your breath. awareness back to your body. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes or roll your wrists and ankles. Maybe rock your head from side to side. And when you're ready with your eyes closed, roll onto your left or right side. Shavasana is corpse pose. It's symbolic of leaving behind what we'd like to leave behind at practice and starting our day and life from this point forward. And when you're ready with your eyes closed, push yourself up into a comfortable seated position with Anjali Mudra hands or prayer hands, thumbs on sternum and a light bow to your head. Yoga is a journey, and I'd like to thank you for sharing your journey with me today. Yoga is a great tool in helping us become the best version of ourselves we can be. The only difference between who we are and who we want to be is what we do. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Well, thank you for being here today, everybody. If you have any questions or comments about anything in practice, please let me know. I hope you enjoy this snowy, wintry day, and have a wonderful week. Namaste.